Hello, bonjour, Savan. How are we tonight? It is Tuesday, February the 3rd, 2026, here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, by the totally frozen shores of Lake Huron. Went down to the lake today for the first time in a long time, just because I physically could. And everything is white. You can't see a bit of blue. It's white across Lake Huron as far as the eye can see. It's not often we get that much ice for that great of a distance. Should be interesting this spring when it all melts. So, I know I haven't been on for a while. I've been super busy. My whole life is changing very quickly. How about yours? February 1st, full moon in Leo. Wow, that was huge. That's when everything started changing for me. I know we've been going through changes over the years, and there's going to be a lot more this year and the next, as I'm hearing it, 3 years. And if we abide by our higher light, we're going to see our higher might. Okay, that's what I'm hearing to say. So it's the choice factor here. Are you wanting to choose to follow your ascension path? In other words, be of your higher light or not? Choice point. That's all it is we're going to talk about today. Choice point. In 2 weeks from today, it's going to be the 17th, which is eclipse time. It is also ushering in the Chinese New Year of, I'm sure you've heard this a million times by now, the fire horse. Trying to remember, I may have to look this up. It's a solar eclipse, right? Just let me check my handy dandy calendar here. It's quite a big one. Solar eclipse in Aquarius on the 17th, and then the follow-up one, because whenever there's a solar, there's a following lunar in 2 weeks. So on March the 3rd will be the lunar, again, total, in Virgo at the full moon. Okay, so these things are definitely going to speed things up, give us a little extra kickstart to get us where we're going. And it's going to resolve a lot of issues of the heart, is what I'm hearing. Now, Leo, as you may or may not know, rules the heart. It's all about the heart. The sun rules Leo. Leo is all about the heart. This is a widening and opening of the heart chakras, of the lower light into the higher light. This will give us respite. As we always hear it, as we're calling you out of your dark of night. So as you start to advance forward in your higher light, you're going to make these choices along the way. There are going to be crossroads, seemingly like a crossroad choice point, or there's going to be, it's like some dread or something will come up from your head. So, worrisome thoughts, fear and dread, all that stuff. It's like it interferes with your choice making. It's going to help you make the proper or correct choice from a wisdom point of view when you mull it over. But you're going to have to come from the dropping of the fear, because you have to be clear. So when we come from the heart chakras, we're not coming from fear. Fear has to do with the lower chakras. It dwells in the solar plexus. It can dwell in any of the chakras. I've worked with people and I've found fear in all sorts of different places. However, the fear chakra is basically related to the power over structures on your world and on your planet. And the solar plexus, or your stomach area, okay, That has to do with, as we've talked about many times before, the dominance and control factor on your world and on your planet. And if you're going to be giving in to those thoughts and feelings of fear anymore, or if by choice you're going to clear them and you're going to uproot that lower chakra and all the lower chakras, and you're going to come up higher to the heart. There's a relief. It feels like you release the trauma and the pain and the control dynamic from the third chakra, which is your solar plexus, and you reign supreme from the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. So the higher chakras, the spiritual chakras, the essence of your new birth and rebirth is from that area. So 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th chakras and up. So this is your choice. This is your choice point time. Are you going to realign with your higher divine line, or are you going to relegate yourself to a lower spine of time? It's been interesting. I've been noticing more new clients coming in, and they are just waking up. They're just starting to see things. They're starting to want to do things differently. They're wanting to help people. They're wanting to be of service. How do I switch from doing this job that I've been doing for X number of decades to I want to do this instead? So people's desires for helping and serving, more Aquarian type energy, because we are now in the age of Aquarius, which I'm sure you know already. That service, that giving of the heart energy, wanting to work with people for their higher and their better good, or their best, for their best outcome. This is a very strongly rooted desire in most of us when we come here on our volunteer basis, when we come to serve here in this planet. It's a very strong root or base, and it reflects our base chakras from which is our first, to the second, which is the sacral, to the third. That's all relationship issues. And it's relationship to the divine or less divine. So now we're transmuting those lower timelines into the higher divine line, which is the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakras. As I said, the higher spiritual awareness, waking up chakras of higher light. So when you're waking up, when you're in that transitory kind of movement, momentum in your life, you start to see the rhythms of strife. So you become more aware of where people have been hurting, where you've been hurting, where the whole collective needs to have their frequency raised up and not be bound to the lower realms of time. It's a big decision, isn't it? It's a big choice. Well, gosh, my family, they're kind of stuck in the past, and I don't want to give them up. I want to live out my days with them. Then live out your days with them you shall. Others will come to their crossroads and decide, you know what, all those people I was hanging out with, they're kind of interfering with my plan, with my new plan, with my elevation, my elevated way of thinking. I think I'm going to let them go so that I can continue in a higher way. So you see, you have those decisions to make. They're relationship oriented. What am I going to do here now? And the push is so strong for these people waking up and learning about themselves and everybody and everything else, that it puts a lot of pressure on their lung tissue and on their momentums in their higher light. So they have to make a decision. Which way is right? People who choose the lower way, they know what they're doing. They know what choices they're making. There are those who will not, excuse me, chokes me up a little bit. There are those who will just not wake up, not pave their way to the higher, newer day, and they will stay away. Okay, so that's no surprise to us here. We understand that choice is variable. We understand that there are those who will choose to remain back and not move forward. And sometimes it is hard to part ways with people, isn't it? And you want to hold them dear to your heart. And then they just kind of disappear, don't they, from your life? It's part of the give and take strife of having a life. So again, relationship is everything right now. We're to be bonding with the higher light, with the higher beings of higher light, with the higher genetic rays, okay, of time. So yes, it can be a time of being sad, of grieving, of letting go, releasing. But there's more to look forward to, more than you know. And it's a beautiful thing. So wisdom is on the wing. So as your throat chakras open up your pineal, that's the third eye, and all those other chakras of light and the higher light frequencies, rays of time, you will learn and become more accustomed to being divine. So there's a wisdom in there. There's a relearning. I want to say learning, but it's like a relearning. And you're going to be more expressive in this timeline because you were meant to be that way. So take heart, hearten yourself so that you know you're here for yourself and not anybody else. So that's coming from the point of view of, heal yourself first, and then you can go out into the collective or the public and offer your services to help others. But if you come in to them as an unhealed being, then you're not going to be able to help them to the extent that you would or could if you were coming in from a higher frequency of thought. So all of these genetic rays of time have to relearn how to be divine across time. This is the wisdom of the wind and the chime. And we're going to bring you back to your higher line, to your divination line speaking to us. This is a prosperous time. So it's about wisdom. When you have wisdom and insight, and the ability to read the frequencies of light, you have everything you need. There is nothing else to want. And then you can create from that desire of helping and being of service to others and completing your mission here. So I think a number of you will be headed towards some career changes in the near future and some new life changes and lifestyle changes, such as myself. I'm looking at leaving here. I've been saying that for a while, but it's actually happening. And I even have an idea, a glimpse into where I will be going, back into the city, back to work in a higher way, in a higher sense of it. So a higher sense and way of being. Okay. It's time, people. Wake up, follow your call to your higher service and your higher light. Respect that. Respect yourself. Respect your service that you're doing here. Because again, it's a beautiful thing. And thank you for your time here. Thank you for your service and your generosity of love and light in your spirit. Again, it's a beautiful thing. And it's a beautiful time to rise up. So blessings, everyone. Take care of yourselves and others. And we will speak with you another day. Just on a side note, I did put the February energy news up on the, which one? I think I put it on them all. On the website, www.healingourenergy.ca, and I did put it up on the Facebook, Healing Our Energy, which you can find if you scroll down to the link in the description box below. It's the bottom, very last link, and you can click there and follow me there if you so choose. Okay, so I'm going to go. It was nice touching base with you and talking with you again. It just, as I say, it seems like it's been quite a while, but so much has happened. Spirit's got me busy in 3D, doing a lot of stuff to prepare for my new entry back into the world and away from my retreat at the lake here. All right. I love you always. Bye for now.